William Morrow and HarperAudio present The Year of Second Chances, a novel by Lara Avery. Performed by Helen Laser. To Dane, my love. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. Ophelia. Hamlet, Act 4, Scene 5, William Shakespeare. 1. Robin L., 33, Brokenridge. My little brother was waiting for me on my front porch, sun streaking behind him, turning the chipped white house and barn behind it pink and gold. I'd texted him my ritual plans, but his visit was a surprise. I should stop calling Theo my little brother. He's 23. He's taller than me, but I can't help it. He'll always be a baby in my arms. "Look who it is!" I called from the driveway, loading a grocery bag into the crook of my arm. He glanced up from his phone, curls framing his face. "I'm gonna help with the lasagna." "You mean you're going to eat the lasagna?" "Right." It was a Friday, so I didn't feel too bad going home right at 5. Sorry. I'd imagined telling anyone I met on my way out of the office. Gotta go beat the shit out of some gluten. Truth be told, I had kind of hoped to run into someone to ask me how to run a simple function in Excel so I could sit down for a minute and enjoy their little pops of satisfaction as I helped them solve their problems. But the carpeted alleyways between cubicles remained empty, people finishing meetings, people off to their cabins. And I rode the I-35 bumper to bumper, trapped in a time machine. The secret to Gabe's lasagna was handmade pasta. Multiple varieties of cheese, 4 kinds if you have them, and I had them. Ripe tomatoes from the garden. None of these are secrets. Any Ina Garten fan will tell you the same. But my husband liked to wield his knowledge as if it were passed down to him on some ancient scroll. He loved to know how to do things, even things he did poorly, muttering memorized instructions to himself with a little satisfied smile, savoring the words, "blanch the tomatoes and remove the peel," as if he were a newly ordained wizard uttering a spell. Now, with his chicken scratch laid out on the kitchen island next to the ingredients, Theo and I followed the recipe carefully. Tonight it would be a year, and everyone in Sisters in Grief had said they did a 1-year ritual, and whatever my widow support group said they were doing, I was also doing. Or at least whatever things I had the energy to do since I'd joined, which were not that much. Mostly I talked and ate and drank with them at various widows' houses, appreciating that I never had to worry whether I was piling on too much, as we commiserated about taking care of ill spouses, never having to fear that people would think I was too obsessed with my old life. I was. All of us braiding our old threads of memory, unraveling them, and weaving again, like a bunch of Penelopes forever waiting for their Odysseus's. I had also gone to my own counselor for a while, but I was deemed well-adjusted and decided to release myself. I'd been acquainted with grief a long time anyway. Dad died when I was 18, and there had been that chilly morning near Easter a couple years ago when the doctor called to inform us that the tumor in my husband's liposarcoma had metastasized. After, the prospect of death had chipped away at the next 18 months, hollowing out our days. When it came, it was not the earth-shattering bomb it could have been. The world had already crumbled. My subsequent year without Gabe has been more like a medieval torture. Sometimes I'm in howling pain, being disemboweled, and sometimes I'm sitting in my cell, the tiny, creaky corner bedroom of an 1840s farmhouse, sweaty and alone, wondering how long the relief will last. I slapped the dough on the counter so loud that Theo muttered, "Get it out, girl." Together we ran the gloopy blob through the rickety old pasta maker.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?